What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to Beyond the Sign, a real estate podcast. I'm your host, Frank the Bank Gropeman. With me, as always, is the tattooed realtor herself, Tanya Blake. How you doing, Tanya?
I'm doing good, Frank. How are you today?
Good. How's everything going with work and everything?
It's going good. It's going good. How about you? Have you been busy?
I haven't been as busy as I'd like to be, but yeah, it's picking up though. So it's like that time of year, like we talked about last episode.
Yeah, kind of ebbs and flows.
Yeah, absolutely. So how about you? Busy too?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely down from typical, but
Yeah.
still got some stuff in the works, so that's good.
That's awesome. That's good. We're on episode 7. We have a special guest today, so that's going to be fun.
Very exciting.
But why don't we jump right into the property pulse? What town are we talking about this week?
We're going to talk about Middleborough this week,
Nice.
and let's just say Middleborough is one of the hottest markets in our area right now. Not every town is seeing the kind of jump in both price and buyer activity as Middleborough. So. So far in 2025, 134 single-family homes have gone under contract.
Wow.
And that's up 26% from last year.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a lot.
Yeah. Homes are also moving faster,
That's good.
with the average time to offer down to 23 days now.
Wow, that's really good.
Yeah. And prices are also climbing.
Yep.
The average list price for single-family homes is over $630,000 now.
Wow.
That's a 17% increase year over year.
That's great.
Yeah. Closed sales are also averaging nearly $594,000, and homes are selling for 101.5% of the list price. So
Wow.
bidding wars are still very much real in Middleborough right now.
It's a little bit different than kind of what we've been talking about. Some of the other towns have seen a lot of price reductions. Things are staying on the market longer, but it seems
That's
like
right.
Middleborough is bucking that trend, if you will. So it's like, that seems like they're more coming on, but they're going really fast and for more money that they're even putting on for.
That's right. The inventory side of it, we're seeing 147 new listings hit the market this year, and that's about a 25% increase.
Right.
But even more with homes coming on, only 21 are currently active.
Yeah, so they're selling, like you said, they're going under contract fast, they're selling fast. So, that's interesting.
They only have like a month and a half of inventory right now in that area.
Wow, that's crazy. That's cool. I mean, that's good to see for Middleborough for sure. So.
Absolutely. Oh, and one more stat that stuck out to me was the average list price of current inventory is now over $770,000.
Wow, for Middleborough, that's I mean, like you said, there's 20 some odd houses in that over 700. That's wild. That's good for Middleborough.
Yeah, they're doing good there.
That's awesome. That's a great property pulse. I mean, that's again kind of going against what we talked about the last few episodes with other towns, but that's again good for them. And
I think every market's a little bit different, so it's interesting to kind of see the different towns and where they sit.
Yeah, it really is interesting because we're a few minutes from Middleborough and it's like completely different. It's kind of funny to see that. But great information, Tanya. Why don't we jump right into the mortgage minute? What are rates looking like today?
All right. Well, according to bankrate.com, the 30-year fixed mortgage rate is averaging 6.72%, and the 15-year fixed is right around 5.85%.
Okay.
The average 30-year refi rate is 6.78%. So those aren't too bad.
No, definitely not. I mean, people think it's high, but they're high from what they were a few years ago.
That's right.
Right. But historically, that's not, bad. I mean, we've talked about this many times, like our parents and people's parents bought. I mean, it's 18, 20%, 13%. And you see these crazy amounts of interest rates back in, 80s and early 90s and so on and so forth. So, I mean,
my parents were at 13%.
I'm saying,
these really aren't bad.
Yeah, absolutely. They're actually pretty good. So, yeah.
Agreed. So do you have any national news for us this week?
I mean, one thing obviously that was just signed into law on July 4th was the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. So
everyone's talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's there's some negative comments, there's some positive comments, but we're really looking at it from not in a political way, but from our industry, like real estate and mortgages and things like that. So some of the things that we saw on that bill is that it's bringing back the mortgage insurance deduction. So that actually saves homeowners about $2,000 a year, which is great. So that's good for us. It's also raising the SALT cap deduction.
What's the SALT cap?
So that's like the state and local tax deduction. that really helps in areas like Massachusetts, California, New York with like higher taxes in terms of how much you can deduct. So it used to be $10,000. This bill actually pushes it to $40,000,
wow.
and that's till the end of 2030. So it can be adjusted again then. I thought that was obviously a good thing. Another big thing was there's some more push for affordable housing, which, you know, with the prices being as high as they are, there's a lot of people, you know, wanting that affordable housing. So the tax credit, the housing tax credit for low income housing used to be at 9%. It jumped to 12.5%. So with this bill, so I think that helps. And one last thing we kind of saw with the bill is that it kept the status quo with the 100% bonus depreciation and 1031 exchanges.
Okay.
So that's obviously good for investors as well.
Definitely.
So bottom line, it doesn't revolutionize like housing policy, but it does give favorable tax treatment to, you know, homeowners, investors, and developers. So I think it's good in those regards for our industry.
Absolutely.
So that's really all we have for national news. Why don't we get right into the closing confessions, the good, the bad, the ugly, the best part of the show.
Yes.
We're going to talk about relocation this week. So I think this is going to be an interesting conversation.
I agree.
I mean, we have a special guest, so I'd like to welcome our relocation director, Susan, the Relo Queen Bab, is here today. How are you, Susan?
I'm good, Frank. How you doing today?
I'm doing really good. I really appreciate you coming on. We're talking relocation today, and like, I know you know more than all of us combined about that. So really just going to go through some questions and try to get some idea of what, your thoughts are on them and like kind of what you do. So can you kind of give a quick overview of what like a relocation specialist does and how our company supports people that are relocating?
Sure, of course. Well, what we do is we help clients who are buying and selling out of our area, obviously, by connecting them with a trusted real estate agent. We make warm introductions. We don't just hand them a name. We make that personal connection. Awesome. Our partners, in our network are vetted partners and people that we know, like, and trust.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's. I mean, I've dealt with it, obviously with you as well, and it's great. It really does help people. Again, warm introduction makes it a lot easier when you're relocating out of state. So what do agents, in our referral network, like how are they different from just picking somebody, like say off a website or something like that?
Well, our network, obviously, like I said, is made up of vetted real estate companies. Yeah. They do, when we send someone over to another area that they're not unfamiliar with, they handpick that agent who they think will best fit their real estate needs.
Awesome.
And also the good thing is they're accountable to us. So they do always have to, reach back out to us, keep us updated as how the process is going.
Yeah.
So they're accountable to us and to you as the agent who's referring. They understand our expectations. We set the bar high, and they're committed to delivering, an exceptional experience to the buyer or seller that we're referring out.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It's not a cold handoff. It's a warm interview.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that definitely helps, especially if with the area. And again, some people might not even know the area at all. So that definitely helps.
I mean, moving is obviously stressful enough.
Oh my gosh.
Imagine being in an area that you're unfamiliar with.
Absolutely. Yeah, that makes sense. So what type of clients do we help and you help? Like, are they job transfers? Are they military? Are they retirees? Like,
All of the above and everyone in between.
Wow.
My goal is really to understand their why, their story, and the reason for the move. And that helps me obviously be able to match them with the best fit, the agent that feel, will be best suited for them.
Yeah.
First time buyers, for instance, we want to make sure that they're connected with an agent that is patient, and that's able to walk them through the process from beginning to end.
Absolutely.
Retirees that are moving out of the area, we want somebody that's familiar with obviously 55 plus.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We also do serve the military. We have, a great program, information program, and a rebate program for them. Again, these agents that we connect them with understand the whys of let's say PCS moving and, the general military moves.
That makes sense. Yeah. I mean, it's something, I mean, I've dealt with it and I'm sure other agents have too, but people sometimes aren't even able to come to showings. You got to do a video tour and different things like that. So that's, it's really a good program. So that's awesome. Are we able to just help people like in the United States, or is it like a global thing? Or
we're local and we're global.
That's awesome.
We actually have partners in all 50 states and also in over 70 countries. So we're able to assist anyone who's, thinking about moving or selling, across the globe.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's really cool. Now, have you seen any sort of like trend, if you will, like areas that people are more moving to right now, or?
Well, Florida used to be the go-to for snowbirds, but I see a little shift now that it looks like they're moving maybe to the Carolinas. Georgia's been real popular. Still a warmer climate, but the lifestyle and the
population, I'm sure. I mean,
the population,
Florida's been crazy with the amount of people that have moved there. I remember reading a year or two ago, it was just like every day there's an X amount of people moving to Florida, but it does seem like there's been a little bit of an exodus from Florida. We talked about it a couple of weeks ago, just with like the flood insurance and the insurance in general in Florida from all these storms. So that cost of that just rising so much, a lot of people probably are moving. I've dealt with a lot of people, the Carolinas in particular. It's funny you say that. So that's cool.
And also New Hampshire and Maine are popular.
Always.
They're looking, people are looking for a quieter lifestyle, the fresh air.
Yeah.
So, but the trend is definitely moving towards a lifestyle.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Yeah. I mean, last question I really have is any memorable or favorite story you may have about, a relocation story that you want to share with us?
Yeah, one just came about, I told you my daughter is in the real estate business.
That's
her
awesome.
first listing was my aunt's home in East Bridgewater, her great aunt, helping family.
That's awesome.
So she sold that home and my aunt was moving to Florida for a job transfer. So she didn't really know too many people.
Right.
A couple of coworkers or whatever. So the agent that we connected her to just went above and beyond.
That's awesome.
And really, they're best friends now.
Oh, that's so cute.
I mean, that's probably the most personal story
that's really cool.
And again, awesome. That's the kind of magic that I want in every move. When I'm introducing and connecting.
That's what we're here to do. I mean, we obviously want to make it as less stressful as possible. Like you said, it is stressful as it can be, but it's like one of those things that we come in and try to make it less stressful for people.
Absolutely.
So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Really appreciate you coming on and sharing some of this.
You.
And
again,
hope to have you on again. So thank you very much. So I'd like to welcome back Tanya Blake, the tattooed realtor. So Susan Babb, that was great.
That was great. A lot of really good information there. And I love that we have all these, partnerships all over the world that we can, help buyers with.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that we've dealt with, and it's awesome. Yeah, it's really cool. So
you must have some relocation stories.
A lot of them, I'm sure, over the years. I mean, one more recently that comes to mind was, and it's funny, she brought up the Carolinas, but this gentleman listed his house in Middleborough. And he was building a house. He wanted to build a house in the Carolinas, an area that he kind of vacationed and he liked, but they wanted to move there permanently. And the building process there was taking a little bit longer than he liked, but we still listed his house in Middleborough. It went under contract a little bit faster than we thought.
Unexpected, yeah.
And sure enough, and it's funny you were talking about Middleborough today, but this was last year, and Middleborough was our topic today too. But he listed it, went under contract pretty quick. The dominoes weren't lining up where it was going to be like the house wasn't going to be ready there, but he decided to bring his camper down after we sold his house in Middleborough and live on the site until the house was done.
Pretty cool.
So I thought that was kind of
you kind of got to watch the whole
so
process.
He was really hands-on with it, which really was kind of cool. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm sure you have some stories too. I mean, anything you want to share?
I've helped a few people relocate out of Massachusetts to other areas. I had a client that sold their house here in Wareham, and he transferred to Arizona. He was working for the post office at the time, so he had a job he could pick up while he was there.
That's awesome.
But it was a great process because we were able to kind of line everything up on both sides. So it was really a great transition for the buyer. He had a really good experience. So
that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a fun industry and cool industry when you get to help people like that. It's really cool. So.
It is. I find myself going on vacation sometimes and like looking at all the houses and imagining. I
feel like a lot of people do that. You go on vacation, you're like, oh, look at this house. How much is it? Look it up. And, it is kind of interesting. And actually, next episode, we're going to be talking about vacation homes and short-term rentals. And like, that's something we're going to bring up next time. That's going to be a really fun one. So really appreciate you guys tuning in and liking, sharing, subscribing, all the fun stuff. And make sure you tune in next time. Thank you.